Well, that took me a little longer than I had hoped, but hopefully I got something a little bit better. P2H here. Let's get started. Live on YouTube, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. It is July 21st, 2018. You know, I've been busy doing this week of Firecrest stuff. Not too busy because I haven't had time to do it, but it's been fun. I've been enjoying my time on Firecrest. I think I'll keep doing it for a little bit because I haven't given it the proper love and respect it deserves. So maybe this weekend we'll keep at it a little bit longer than we normally would. I think I've decided on a way to do my upload out series as more as a presentation style instead of trying to do a live demo of it. I'll play around with it a little bit more, but today we are indeed here for the Rogue Rant. Not just any Rogue Rant, no. We're talking about 1.8.2, the DZNU. Now, if you do play the Division, you have been experiencing, the joys, the wonders of 1.8.2 for a little while now, haven't you? Yeah, remember when Predator was the problem, guys? Remember that? Remember how everyone's Nomad, guys, remember? How quickly the public opinion on Striker had turned. Holy shit. Oh, man. It just, when you're right, you know, and it feels good. I mean, it sucks that everybody took this long to figure it out, but I want to thank the devs for taking the bold initiative for not fixing Striker and just making it the build by taking away all of its competitors. I appreciate it. Everyone sees it for what it is now.
Don't waste my time.
I won't, lady. So let's talk and play at the same time. Direct to you. Update 1.8.2. A. There were changes made. They tried, okay? They took what you said. Hey, you're the one who said it. You didn't like the Predator. You didn't like the Nomad.
Readings indicate this area is
Guys, don't touch my Striker. God forbid you touch my Striker. Wizzy's on here about his Badoom builds and shit. And oh, it's amazing. Oh, it's beautiful. And then you've got, you got a lot of changes that seem to have done nothing.
Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only.
Like that, I know I've been checking the pulse of the communities out there. Wizzy put out a video about how shotgun users, they went from the sausage to the showstopper, which is what his Badoom, or whatever it is, build is based on. It is the showstopper, the sound it makes when it shoots. But, my goodness. That's tough, man. It's tough the way it had to go down. I don't understand why they solved it by just attacking the sausage timer and accuracy and lock on or whatever they did. It's unfortunate that it still works with the showstopper. I'm sorry to hear that. Console users, I hope it gets better. Predator's mark, at least you can counter it now, that's cool. I'm hoping to see some reclaimers out here eventually. There may be a few other builds that'll show up. I know I've experienced the joys of enemy deadeyes recently.
30 seconds till extraction complete.
There we go. It's been kind of nice. Oh boy, this guy is just gonna wait till the end, huh?
15 seconds.
Warning. You've disavowed inhibition. This action will mark you as rogue.
Oh, he tased me. Oh no, he got me. What a jerk. Got me. That is a striker who is immune to fire with the what I'm expecting everyone to run at this point, adrenaline. Very nice. I'm expecting that to be an issue, especially for Firecrest in the near future. I'm gonna try and work my way around that. That means relying less on the turret. I'm gonna have to build a little bit different. I have enjoyed this setup. It's not necessarily great for dealing with people directly.
Confirmed. Rogue status no longer
Running
active.
away, being a schmuck, shooting around corners, that is kind of what this build does. It's very schmucky. Let me see if ABC's on. I want to go do the... Press F to strafe. Hey, there you go. Amanda's on in the terminal. Everybody's on. Oh boy. But I think, oh no, what is this? Manhunt. I don't think they're gonna make it up here. They may try. But, yeah, let's continue with the rant, shall we? Let's talk about what worked with the update, right? Predator's Mark. Predator's Mark took a big hit. Nomad doesn't revive. That's nice. Shotguns.
Proximity coverage only.
The sausages don't work anymore, at least not the way they used to. Sick. Very nice. Well played. Things that didn't work. Shotguns in general. Showstopper. Hey, it's not great that they have an alternative that is immediately viable and able to fuck everyone sideways. I mean, is that not self-defeating? I'm pretty sure that's just gonna piss off all your console players. I could be wrong. It's up to you, though. I mean, if you want to let the Cronus users take advantage of your console buddies, by all means, keep at it. Keep letting them do what they do. It didn't make any real changes to any other builds to change the meta. Like, Striker is and will be the best build in the game right now. And I think the point of the update was to establish this as rock hard truth, indisputable. I think that was the whole point, was to make Striker the best. And I believe them. I believe them when they say it. And I trust in them. It's what they wanted. The devs wanted to keep it this way, and I believe them. And that's why we're going to shake it up with all of these builds. The Firecrest, the Deadeye, the Lone Star. But what it means for you when you're in the Dark Zone, well, if you run Striker, hey, good news. You're king of the castle, right? You've got no real competition other than other Strikers. So make sure you bring your canned food, your like 7-6 build or whatever the fuck you think is good, and slap some guns on there and you'll be fine. So long as it isn't like a sniper rifle that shoots 5 rounds. I mean, you should be good. It doesn't really matter what you run on that thing. You'll be alright. For everybody else, if you want to run something that isn't Striker right now, you're kind of fucked. It ain't. Man, you better be ready to try, because you're gonna be wed to your mechanics in a big way that these Striker builds are incapable of comprehending or understanding. It's like remember cover? Hey, Deadeyes, what's up? oh man. Like, understanding how crowd control pacing and you know, the relationship between skill cooldown and skill power works. Hey, what up, Firecrest? Hey. How are your MDRs? How's that all working for you? You know, can you aim? Are you using Hunter's Faith? That's pretty cool. How far away are you, though? Because those those Strikers can hit you from pretty far away right now with that 30% stability buff built in on those lightweight M4s. I'm just saying, if you're gonna run anything other than Striker right now, you're in for some tough times. They're not impossible, though. I would like to reiterate that as many times as possible amongst my friends and anyone who will listen, because Striker has its advantages, sure, but it's the easy build. It doesn't have the advantage when you do. When you're Deadeye and you're at range, you win. If you're Firecrest and you've timed it correctly, you will down them before they get a chance to shoot you. Because they have to medkit out of your burn. Or put down an immunizer. You will have front-loaded the damage well enough that it won't matter. They will try, they will fail. Right? Like, if you implement your strategy, you will win your fight against Striker. You have to have confidence in your tactics, in your strategy. Just because you may have a few more steps or rules that you have to abide by than a Striker, which is essentially this lawless build, doesn't mean you're incapable of winning. You're fully capable of taking on these Strikers. I'm glad to see people trying Banshees, but they're trying Banshees because of the freedom of that build. Because of the base damage boost against rogues. And the thing is, that is a rule. they're only able to use that against rogues, and especially rogues that have killed them. That is not... that is a limiting factor. They want their mobility and freedom of striker. That's... they're imitating it. You don't have that. I know you want to play striker, but don't want to be caught playing striker. Because it is, indeed, playing with, training wheels.
You need to look at this.
You want to use other builds. I get that. Your Predator's Mark got nerfed. Totally understand it. Nomad doesn't revive. I understand. But you can't rely on your responsive, deadly, vicious, chicken dancing anymore. You can't. You have to play with strategy. If you're gonna be Lone Star, you have to start shooting before the fight even starts. And you have to lay down that firepower and proc your Berserk. That is a... you're rolling the dice every time you start shooting. Deadeye, you gotta hit them hard, hit them fast before they get a chance to stack. A lot of these builds can be augmented with EMPs to give yourself that extra second or two. I mean, I see people panicking. I see them jumping to those Banshee builds. You know, I seen, what was it? It was like Banshee with like Savage gloves. They're like, yeah, crits everywhere. This'll work. It's like, I get it. You're 20% towards rogues that have killed you. But that is a limiting factor, and all you're doing is imitating your old build that you don't have because it doesn't... You've realized what Striker is. Like, try something. Be okay with having rules. So you're a Firecrest. You have rules now to abide by. Sentry's Call. It matters when you land headshots, when you're in a group. Deadeye. A Final Measure. I'm going to get to this one, too. I love Final Measure. Even though Predator took the nerf, still relevant. I mean, go back to Nomad and don't run the 6-piece. Run the thing as a 5. You've got options if you want to be on a team. You could run the thing refreshed. Like, this is pretty damn good if you have enough stamina and you're willing to dip into that health segment. Or conversely, if you wanted to add damage, there's that other mask that you could combine with critical save. That when you're in that low segment, you get the damage resist and you get the 10% to your base damage. If you're trying to bring that buffness back into your Nomad. Like, you're forgetting that high ends, now that your Predator's Mark and your Nomad are no longer 6-piece comparable to teams, now have high-end options, or even exotic options that are viable. They are. You're taking the approach that those 6 pieces were end-all be-all. They're not. So you have rules to play by now. Oh, boo fucking who. Everybody has had rules to play by in this game except for Striker since the beginning of Classifieds. Do it. Make the attempt. Like, Lone Star is sick as fuck. You can front load that damage. Because if you look into these builds, the ammo cap's decent, but we're talking about the 20% at the 5-piece. If you really wanted to stick with this 4-piece bonus, which works, by the way, you don't necessarily have to have the 6-piece. The 5-piece is plenty strong enough. But the Berserk is RNG for another 30%, and they underestimate the rate of fire bonus. That's absurd. 30%? Y'all can get into this stuff. I highly recommend it. But I'm going to stick to Firecrest for right now. Because we need to. Oh, wait a minute. I think we screwed something up. Oh, firearms. I got a firearm switch somewhere. Hold on a second. I switched something out. Oh, you know what it is? It's the mods. They're all supposed to be skill haste. I didn't save it as firearm skill haste. Whoops. But, anywho. I may be ranting and raving, but I really want you guys to, give it a chance, would you? Take this opportunity to learn something different, to try something. Okay, I think this is what the devs were trying to do for you. They're trying to give you an opportunity to learn a build you wouldn't have otherwise tried because you were too busy trying to fight Striker with Predator's Mark or whatever. Like, you were trying this meta nonsense, and it inevitably was constraining and restraining your build options. And I'm glad we're moving on from it. We're looking for Striker killers. I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you for doing that. If you need Striker killers, if you can look in my library of what are they? Dream Workshops. And then I'm gonna make short videos so that you can have easy access to them. But yeah. We just it took long enough. I'm just mad that everybody took this long to give a shit about dealing with Striker. We could have done this sooner. That's a high roll, actually. Let me see. Yeah, replace that guy. Okay. Cool. Alright, I think I'm where I want to be. Despite everything. I'll save this. Oy. Oh, geez. These were also on my gun, weren't they? Rate of fire, headshot damage. Let me see. Cool. Alright, I think we're good. Oy. Had me worried. Okay. Now that I got all that sorted out, I think I can get rid of one of these. That one. Sort that out later. Alright, let's get back out there. So what does this update mean for the Dark Zone? That is really what I would like to explore. So we talked about the update itself, but the DZ, right? What's changing out here? Well,
Hey,
I haven't seen too much change
Agent
personally.
is joining your team.
Hey, what's up? I'm still seeing mostly just, the same old. It's just a bunch of strikers. I mean, I don't know what you guys saw out here, but I only really saw striker builds.
Transmissions jammed.
No,
Proximity
I'm
covered.
still here.
Backup activated.
If you're trying to transfer to me, I think you are transferring to me. That's what your goal is.
Alert. An agent is leaving the team.
Well, that's wonderful. Yummy. Oh well. So as far as the DZ is concerned, I've seen a few different builds roll out past few days. Deadeye, ooh. Resurgence, I would love to see a few more Deadeyes out here. Groups, I think that has more to do with the... oh, there we go. Here, we'll go to this one. We'll catch them over here. A hybrid set? Kind of. It's a Firecrest set with a Relentless backpack. I'm thinking about moving towards a mask that gives me 10% damage on medkit because of the mechanics of the fight involving Firecrest. You either have to deal damage or take damage for your turret to react. So I was thinking, if I'm going to take damage, I was going to stack medkit abilities. Because you can stack up a lot of mechanics into one go, and you suddenly become super powerful for about 10 seconds. So what I would do is I would stack the 10% damage on the mask. I would hit them with the fire of the turret, which would proc the competent because I had to deploy the turret. I would get the distracted off of the fire. They'd be crowd controlled. They'd have to medkit out of it if they wanted to not be crowd controlled. And I wouldn't have to deal with adrenaline, which is one of the primary problems right now because a lot of people are running it to deal with Predator's Mark, rather. So, if I front load enough damage, which is part of the issue, is right now I'm not dealing enough front-loaded damage. I'm dealing a lot of consistent damage over time through my fire abilities, but I need more damage up front. I need firepower, less electronics. It's gonna take me a little bit to find the balance to fix it. Plus, I need a mask that's appropriate. I don't really have that medkit mask. Not one that would work. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, if you want to talk builds, I'm down to clown. Is there something you're working on? So I've been talking about what's happening in the Dark Zone as far as, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm using the turret mods, and I'm running up to 8K electronics almost. Oh, there I go. Hey, Punch.
What up?
Not much. Getting into trouble. Talking shit. Trying to figure out how I feel about 1.8.2.
stop streaming?
No, I'm on here. I'm on YouTube.
Oh. Okay.
You're you're
Yeah,
on
notification you were
console.
streaming on Twitch. I didn't get a notification you were streaming on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, Firecrest works very well on console, I've heard.
Oh, Mana's on this server.
It's quite good. Oh, a friend of ours is out here. This is gonna get interesting. I would like to show her my Firecrest.
You're dead.
Readings indicate this area is safe.
Let's do so then.
What kind of balance do you run on your Firecrest, John? Do you do an electronics heavy set, or do you tend to play with the extra damage of on fire enemies? And do you run the full kit, like the full 6-piece, or do you run a mix-up? Because honestly, I like both. 10K, damn, you go all in. You're about that life. Is it the, man, I would guess that you're not really running the full 6, but you could be.
Caution.
I would think it would be better without the full 6 if you're running the 10K.
Now leaving the safe
Like,
area.
you would run that backpack that gives you, like, 15% to your skill power at full health. But I mean, that's if you wanted to run it like that. What you do? Do you do the full 6, or do you do a high end or exotic? Oh, I was just asking. I mean, I was taking a stab at what you run. I wasn't really telling you to run that. But I mean, that is a thing I would do if I was you. That was if you had that much electronic. Full 6. All right. What's the what weapons do you use then? Are you using like a bullfrog? Oh, where are these guys? Oh, they're south of me. All right, Ponch, I'm with you. Full 6. Because that's a 2% chance to get your fire on bullets. MDR. I love the MDR with Firecrest. The 6-piece, it feels weird running the MDR with the 6-piece. Because it's that 2% proc, right? It seems like you're not going to get that too often with the MDR. I mean, I could be wrong. It's just that the rate of fire on it is relatively slow compared to a lot of other assault rifles. Like, it's like 350 at best. And then usually the player is limited because they're trying to be a little bit more accurate. So they'll usually fire a little bit slower. Yeah, they're south of us, Ponch.
Yeah.
So,
This way though.
okay, I'll run that way. I'll run east. So I was wondering if you wanted to change it up a little bit, if you wanted to run the MDR still, I still would run the MDR. Because that is a lot of damage against on-fire units. But if you were trying to proc that fire bullet, you know, throw in like a bullfrog or something. Something that gets a lot of bullets out really fast. I used to run it with Big Owl. That was a fun time. You know, 1,000 rounds per minute. You were almost guaranteed in one magazine to get that fire proc. It was a lot of fun. I did enjoy it quite a bit. When I make my move back into firearms, which I imagine I'm probably going to do with this build, I may do that. Yeah, they're running. Oh. Oh. Oh boy. Oh no. How do I want to do this? They are turning. I'm just gonna dump my Seeker real quick. So it's not worth it right now. Oh boy. Everything's freaking out. Oh, that's the game plan. We're gonna make the best attempt. Alright, they're coming out the other side over here by the looks of it. Uh-oh. As long as they're contained in this cage. Let's see. Let's see what the fire turret does. Oh, they're gonna run that way. Nope. Pop it. Moving up. Alright, range attack with the Seeker Mine.
Expire in 30.
Oh man, somebody jumped onto my Seeker Mine. There we go. Get in there, buddy. Get him. Alright, use the full cover. I don't want to take... Look at all these strikers out here, dude. 1, 2... Damn. If you don't want evidence that Striker is the way to be right now, this is what they're doing. Oh. Alright, gonna help him out. Now remember, Firecrest is a support build. Despite it all, yes, you do have your fire turret. But you're supposed to be using your Seeker Mine. There you go. You're supposed to be using your fire turret. And you're only supposed to shoot when it's safe. Because you really don't have the endurance or the firepower to jump out there and take damage like that. There you go. Everything you do, though, is very disruptive. The Seeker Mines, the fire turret, it's all very problematic for an enemy team. Yeah, Predator... The thing is, Predator is on the same level as Firecrest now, because it has the same issues. It has the immunity issue, it has the adrenaline issue. Everything that Firecrest has had to deal with, Predator now has to deal with. It's fair. It's fair. I wouldn't say it fucked Predator. I think Predator was a little overpowered in the 6-piece section. I think if you want to run Predator now, you need to consider a 5-piece, potentially. And you need to think about maybe not going for the 9K stamina. Maybe consider a build where you... Because the thing about the 9K stamina was that you were this bruiser build. But now you can actually believe more in Predator's damage, in the front loading of that damage instead of the bleed, the back end. So it's just a push in a different direction, but people don't feel comfortable having that, you know, low of stamina on Predator because Predator didn't have a whole lot of sustain to begin with. You'd run something like Predatory as a talent to bring that sustain back in. You know, it just... Yeah, firearms and stamina do it even. Or like a 7.6, or like a 6.7, like you would on Striker. I mean, that hybrid setup is like very standard for a lot of these solo builds. I was. Oop. Now I'm. Yeah, I will be. That is. I didn't save that. Here, combat medic. What else was I running? Wanted that. And... Oh. Hey! He's a cutie. He got my Striker knee pads. What else do I want on this? Combat medic. Hold on a second. I know I have unassigned talents. I think I want this guy, Wildfire. There we go. Cheetah this. He hit me in the back. Oh, while I was in a menu, what a jerk. It's okay.
Warning. Now
I'll go get Jamba Juice. Come back.
I walked out in the
Oh no. Watch. Oh, there goes the Seeker. Oh, there's the panic. The panic. Oh, there it goes. I'll send out my turret too. Oh, he's already dead. Never mind. Sandwiched. Oh, here's another one. Hold on a sec. Get him! There he goes! Go get him! Oh, he's... Oh!
Steffi.
Amanda, hey, how's it going? Oh, nobody picked up my striker knee pads, thank goodness.
Now I might rogue you for a long.
Oh, this dude is giving me the loop-de-loop. Coming to you, Punch.
Alright.
Oh no, he's not gonna make it. Oh. That was rough.
Oh, Jim got him.
Jimmy!
Jim gave him the business.
Jimmy gave him the biz! What's up, Jim? Oh my god, all the friends! GG's, everybody! Where's Jimmy? Jimmy, you got a party? Are you with Jamba Juice here? Hold on, I can't tell. Are you with the, oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna invite him. Yeah, I'm gonna send him an invite. Yeah, we're with Jimmy now. Full group, come on, unicorn. Oh yeah. Hold on a second. Hey, what up, Zach? Now that I have a party, I'm going to fully utilize my Firecrest build. Now, I don't know if Wildfire is when it comes to Firecrest, Wildfire isn't necessarily the best thing. John, yours? When you do the 10K electronics, Wildfire is probably amazing. But not in my case. It's not... It's very iffy. Not the best. I really could use something... Death by Proxy is also good for you. It's probably good for me as well, to be honest.
Warning. An agent in your vicinity has gone rogue.
I'm in danger of dying. Help. But I like steady hands, especially with MDR. MDR has problems with stability and accuracy. So, you can fix that pretty easily by hitting cover and getting that nice boost to your stability. Even if only briefly. It's fine. You know, get that... You see how it's that up arrow below my medkit there. And then once it's gone, you can proc it again by hitting cover once more. But the problem with it is that while it's going, you cannot reproc it. You see how that didn't refresh it? Yeah, fire... The fire status has been nerfed. Firecrest in general got nerfed, when they switched to the 6-piece classifieds, because turrets in general took a huge hit. The Firecrest turret is only as good as your normal fire turret in olden times. Oh, this guy's donezo. Burnt. That is it.
Has been neutralized.
The fire, you can, what is it you can and can't do? I don't have the Pharaoh's mask. I think You can shoot and run if you have Pharaohs, so I'm assuming you can't run while you're on fire. I'd have to check. But Pharaohs fixes a few of the things, which is another option you could run as far as 5 pieces. Alpha Bridge, I'm not overly fond of it. I've seen a few good ones. Here, let's try something. Oh, no, there's a lot of them here. Hold on a second. Yeah, go ahead when you're ready, Ponch. Oh, wait, you heard that, didn't you? What? I didn't say... Oh, wait, excuse me, I had to cough. Go ahead when you're ready, Ponch.
Member of your team disavowed in a vision.
Oh God. Oh, you're dead. I've done nothing to save you. Oh, and the NPCs. Oh, they're gonna kill me! These NPCs! More than the players! Oh God! Misery becomes me. Oh, Jimmy! Jimmy, no! Alpha Bridge, I like Alpha Bridge. I'm not good with it. I like what Alpha Bridge does.
I got a few of them.
Yeah, I fucked up. I couldn't get my turret out, man. I was struggling. If I had my turret out, I think we would have done a lot better there. I think I glitched it somehow. But with Alpha Bridge, you have to find a use for getting either electronics abilities on a firepower build or firepower abilities on an electronics build, right? And I've seen a few builds, or even like stamina built on an electronics firepower build. I've seen a few builds. Wizzy has a nice one. I don't know if you're familiar with Wizzy -33. He had a nice Alpha Bridge mixed with a tactician. Ninja Bite backpack. He did that, and he would unlock the skill haste and get the he'd go electronics heavy, and he would use the crits, and he would have his firepower so low he wouldn't be able to get the crit abilities from firearms, but then he would use Alpha Bridge to fix that. That was his strategy as far as building. That was my bad, Poncho. Oh, there they go. I think I might just start a fight and run like a coward. Just because no one's doing anything.
Two road groups.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, pardon me. Excuse me. But I liked that. I liked that about the Alpha Bridge. I feel like that was an the ability to unlock stuff.
Warning. You've disavowed in a vision and unlocked as rogue.
Oh my God, Jimmy's dead. Oh, Jimmy, no!
Requires aid immediately.
I'm gonna run. Oh my God. Energy, no!
What was that?
Oh God. Everybody's dead.
Tell me what it didn't tell me what I got killed by. Isn't it supposed to tell you what you get killed by?
It's supposed to.
I got killed by, Ettergray, but it doesn't give me his weapon. And I
Uh-oh.
got, downed, and then I bled.
Oh, what's up,
Like,
turret?
in
You
one
wanna
shot. It was
spawn,
weird.
my
Like
guy?
a sniper shot bled me to death.
There it goes. Yeah. Oh, is that what it is? When a predator bleeds you, it doesn't tell you the weapon? Oh my God. Alright, this is an old school drag situation. This is back when Manhunt used to be the run instead of the channel. This is how you used to do it. Oh, there's Energy himself. Oh boy. The old school drag for manhunts was interesting, and I think it would be more interesting now, despite the fact they have it now where you have the channel. I understand they wanted to stop the fight. There they go. Oh, they're going for it. See, all you had to do is stir the pot. Yeah, I know, it's Amanda's group. I see him. Amanda's group's going in.
Went rogue. There's a group that went rogue.
Alright. Oh, my turret. Come on, turret. My turn and fight. Oh, come on. Hey. Hey, you gonna... Oh. Oh, what the shit was that? Interesting. If I had to guess...
Did you see it? Did you get sniped?
It's not a snipe. If I had to guess, that is Lone Star. It's not a sniper. The dude just ran up and hit me with his sawn-off. If I had to guess, it's Lone Star, and the dude just runs up and he hits you with both shots immediately.
Confirmed. Rogue status no longer active. You are now entering a safe area.
There we go. We got manhunts now.
So
It's on.
At your build, basically.
No, I don't run that.
Is it not shocking?
5-piece fire crest with vigorous chest piece. Hey, I'm down to clown with fire crest.
Warning. You are now leaving the safe area.
That works for me. I don't have a heal for you though. I'm running the Seeker Mine fire turret, but I think my heal would be halfway decent for you. Yeah, Punch. Ooh, get my push to talk. Ooh, ooh, nope. There we go. Yeah, jump on, John. Yeah, I know it's fun to watch and stuff, but yeah, get in there. I appreciate you subbing. I do have build videos and stuff if you do want to try out some of these builds I'm using. So, give it a shot. Jimmy, how you been? I'm sorry I keep getting you killed. Running first aid? Okay. Oh yeah, and the guy, he's running, he killed me with the sawn-off. And he hit me with the double tap with the sawn-off. It was rough. Did not look good.
Is he running your build?
No, it was no shield. I don't know what he was running. I have no idea what he was running. It was a one-hitter Lone Star. It wasn't a shield, though. I just couldn't get any crowd control on him initially. Where is that guy? Is that him? Oh, where is he? Etter! I want to see that build again. Because he hit you so hard, so fast. I didn't even hear the bullets. Uh-oh. Jimmy. No. Jimmy, why? I was I was going to shoot these guys in the back. Then Jimmy's like, no, we're PvEing now. It's time to PvE. Oh, alright. It's PvE, Johnny.
Area secure.
Let's do it.
What if I told you I'm vegan? Oh, you got me.
Damn, you got him with the zinger. Oh, jeez. There are still manhunts on the map. What is going on? Oh, no longer. What am I doing here? We got... I don't want to run that. Let's try something different here. Let's do... Yeah, we'll do the med kit. Because a lot of Firecrest involves taking damage to get your turret to start. Don't hurt me, Prophet. I'm nice. Please believe me.
What?
I said don't hurt me.
Alert. A team member has disavowed the division. Your team is now designated.
Oh no, there was someone behind Jimmy. Jimmy, why?
Agent on your team is down.
There's Poncho.
Requires assistance.
There we go. Blue proc for Jimmy. Jimmy, live, you bastard! You beautiful bastard! No, don't run for my turret, Jimmy! Oh, that's not how you're gonna win this fight. That's not how you're gonna win this fight. Oh, Jimmy, why? Ah! Oh no, there's someone behind me. Get him, Seeker Mine. Deploy. Oh, I went after someone else.
No, don't come. Not
Don't
yet.
do it. Leave. Leave the other one. Leave the other way.
Can't.
Take the exit.
Everybody's here now.
Oh, there's everybody. Finally.
Everybody chill.
Oh, there you go. He died
Don't pick
anyway.
me up.
Agent on your team is down. Requires assistance.
Alright, the frustration is setting in. Good. Good. Alright, so you all you gotta do is massage it in. You masseuse.
Getting in my feels, calling me fat.
Oh no. Help!
I was born in the fat.
I was born in it. Getting them there. They're close. They are upset with the fire.
Confirmed. Rogue status no longer active.
It's just a little poking.
Yeah. Well, really, I need a mobile team, and we need to be able to run away from them and then turn and fight and then run, turn and fight and run. I don't know if you guys want to do that, though. I don't know how into cowardly tactics you guys are.
Oh, I don't care.
A blue!
Alert. Friendly division
Jimmy, no!
agent is down.
Jamba Juice got him! I have blues. I'm coming. I see Jamba Juice. I'm getting him. Jimmy, I have not heard you this whole time, by the way, if you are using a microphone.
Yeah, he's been radio silent.
No! Wait for me, Jimmy. Alright, if you take the side door, I'll be there for you, Jim. Alright. Hey, buddy. No, don't be like that. I'm nice. Oh. Oh, that front-loading damage. Oh, baby. Ew. See. The boyfriend. Oh, come on. Don't be like that.
No, Jimmy.
Oh, Predator.
From the Seeker mine.
Ah. I found his weakness. Crowd control. Oh no. Oh.
A rogue agent has been neutralized.
Oh, that's some tough tibbers, my dudes. That is some tough tibbers. Hey, Ponch, you sure you want to be up there?
Oh no. I'm not sure of anything.
Oh no. My goal is to try and keep Jimmy alive.
You broke up a little bit.
I know, my push the toke doesn't work. Hey, it's full long. Hey! I'm gonna try and keep Jimmy alive, Ponch. That's the goal.
Oh no. One of my obese, my dude. Yes, my obese. I have a very fragile masculinity.
Not my fragile masculinity. Help! What if someone thinks I'm gay?
Area has been secured.
Dance with me.
It's a foot-long baby. I invite. Foot-long baby, leave your shitty team and join me.
He wants to play with you.
There's a foot-long baby. Oh no, Jimmy, no! Oh, let me get this rope, maybe.
Swiggle everywhere. Swiggle everywhere.
There's a rope I may go get. Hey. Hey, do you like ropes? I like ropes.
There's an extraction departing.
Warning.
No,
Has been activated
no.
from a nearby agent.
A nearby agent has gone rogue.
Help! Don't let him hurt me. I need this.
Styles, my dude. Rude.
Rude. The attitude. Don't appreciate it. I never had to finish my rant either. Blows like gonna make me
15
sick,
seconds.
right? Defend me, turret! Anyone defend me! Anybody step in! Anybody want to do that? Be a bud? God damn! Everybody just stand there and watch me die. I guess. Help. Oh yeah, you're totally dead, dude. I see you just kind of sputter stepping. Oh, something hit me. You know what? It's that one dude with the shotgun, I bet. That I can't hear or see. Energy. Oh, you know what? Jimmy got him. Oh no! Oh no!
Now entering a contaminated area.
Don't mind me.
Good
There's a
one,
predator
baby.
around and I don't want to die. Pick me up, my dude.
An agent on your team
me up.
requires aid.
Pick me up.
Come on, baby, save me from this death I'm receiving.
No.
Oh no! The Seeker!
Beyond me.
Ah!
Give me the beyond me.
Get him, baby! Get him! Got my blues. So whack uni. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get the name. They got my blues. Help. I should finish my rant. That's what we should do. While I will rant while I PvP. Let me prepare the section. Alright, we talked about the update. We've talked about the DZ. There's only one other thing to talk about. And you know what it is. Goddamn right it is. It's you. It's time. It's high time we talk about you. Now that we're in update 1.8.2 and we're in the dark zone. You got choices to make, motherfucker. What are you gonna do? So, everybody knows now. There's no secret. Striker is the end-all be-all king of the builds. Depending on your interpretation of that information, you may also say, yes, it is the Fisher-Price, my first build. So, say you're looking for something that will kill the Striker, the Fisher-Price, my first build. And the options you're looking at may be limited. Sure. You're looking at Banshee for that base damage buff. You're all about that base for some reason, like that one song. Man, like there's...
Readings indicate this area is safe.
Like I said earlier on in this rant, because I got ahead of myself, the need to imitate Striker is a little bit unnerving and unhealthy. You don't... Trying to be Striker when you don't want to run Striker will only get you killed by Striker. That is plain and simple. Okay, if you're gonna try and fight a responsive, mobile fight with assault rifles, the vicious, the deadly, headshots. A striker stacking is gonna beat your banshee ass into the ground unless they've killed you once before.
Attention. Hazard levels normal.
CR, yeah, sure. I'll invite him.
Hey, you know you need this.
New agent has joined your team.
Oh, hold on. Hey, hold on, CR. Hold on.
Ooh, DZ6. We got something up there.
So, I would like to encourage anyone who doesn't want to run the striker builds. They're looking for those anti-striker options. Alright, you're good, CR. You're good. I highly recommend that you explore
Bit of chicken wing.
other avenues of attack, other tactics. Because if you're gonna remain stuck, embedded in these responsive fights, you know, face tanking striker, you're not, I'm sorry, you're not gonna win anymore. There isn't that option for you.
Backup activated. System rebooted.
Massive has done the
Warning, now
deed.
entering
They
zone.
have their Tom Brady. They have chosen him. It is the striker. Striker is as striker was, as it will continue to be. That brawler up close and personal. Damage sustained. PvE, PvP build. It's everything. It is the all-in-one collection. It even has the stability for easy aim for people who are not very good at aiming. It teaches you everything about the game all at once. It makes it super easy. So as a responsible player, you have to, if you don't want to play striker, you gotta play your mechanics. You gotta play real deal division. You gotta use tactics. Otherwise, you're gonna lose every fight you ever have with striker. Every single one. Because it's no longer, you can no longer rely on that Predator Bleed 6-piece from your 9K, and you can no longer rely on that multi-proc revive. Like, be real about it. Be reasonable. And then do the right thing and learn how to play with tactics. I'm not saying learn every build in the fucking game. I'm saying find a build that is appropriate for you. And learn how to run that. If you like to use cover, there are builds built around cover. Deadeye, for instance. Lone Star to an extent, if you want to run it with Big Alejandro. If you don't like cover, you still have Nomad. You could be a tanky Nomad, but you'd have to play solo. If you want to be more supportive of your team, but play at that range where you're not taking absurd amounts of damage, not only is Deadeye a good choice, but Sentry's Call, Hunter's Faith. Play a sniper. Or play Firecrest, play indirect fire. Or if you are going to go direct fire with Firecrest, with the 6-piece bonus, go firearms and stamina with it, so you deal that massive damage.
Agent, I am in.
Contamination level lower.
It's
below street
quite good. But it depends on how you want to run, when you're running it. And you just dedicate yourself to those mechanics. You're wed to them.
below street level.
And you can begrudge Striker all day
You got a bird inbound on your position.
for being overpowered, but at the end of the day,
Item extraction.
that
Let's go.
doesn't matter too much, right? They are, they're only powerful if they, are face tanking.
Ready to bring it on board.
Olha aqui, eu não sei, esse cara aqui não tá nem lutando com ninguém.
30 seconds till extraction complete.
Nope, I just killed my... Oh my god.
We've lost the target. Pickup has been compromised.
Get him off me. Oh, I'm getting shot in the back. Oh no.
Has been eliminated.
I didn't get a blue, nor did I get a green. You might want to use your ultis. Nope, the other team used theirs. No one believes in ours. Nope. We're saving ours for some reason. I believe in it. CR does not want to use that blue. Not about it. Not ready to quit. Not ready to use that blue. What? Alright. I'm about it. Let's do it. Yay.
Confirmed. Rogue status no longer active.
Yeah, we don't need 3 blues.
Yeah.
Don't waste my time.
Well, I mean, we could use 1 blue at any point. That would be swell. we had 2 of them and none of them went off.
I gotta get used to playing Nomad again.
Yep. Gonna be fun. Wah, 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 wah. I think I will go firearms though. I think the meta right now demands it. You can't really run around and be that support variant of the Firecrest because of adrenaline. Adrenaline itself just causes so many problems for Firecrest. I really wish it didn't. But now that kind of opens up some abilities for Firecrest if I'm running the 6-piece. As far as tactics, even if I don't have my Seeker, even if I don't have my Fire Turret, if I face tank, I may immediately proc my Fire Bullet, which would be very helpful because they have to address that immediately. Punch? Spawned or no? Oh, where is everybody? Oh, that's a reclaimer, I think. Nomad. Huh. I'm going to put these on.
15 seconds. We've got the package. Pickup has been aborted by rogue agents.
Hey! Oh, I didn't even get it. I tried so hard just to lose it all. Jimmy, no! Jimmy, why are you going in on him by yourself? Jimmy, why? Oh no. Somebody died. Ooh, Proctor's Nomad. There you go.
I like how I keep getting caught in my reloads. Oh, I'm lagging. I don't know
Oh no. Another Nomad proc. That's solo run. Hey. All right. I got him with the secrets going in. Oh, I missed him.
Incoming supply drops detected.
I feel sad now. I think I need to widen it.
Here's your turn, my dude.
Oh my god, he's so fast! Oh my god, I'm so bad at it. No! Ooh, don't hit me, I'm nice, I'm pretty. Oh, I'm so nice and pretty. Oh my god. He is on the run.
Nobody is faster than him. Damn, he popped the blue to fucking get away from me. I like it. I like it. I mean, I wouldn't really say it's a newbie. I mean, you're running a nomad. And you're solo. Killed
Oh
you
my
what,
god.
6 times now or some shit.
So fast. And this is why you run nomad if you are running solo. It is still quite strong, the solo build. Are we satisfied? Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're satisfied here. Let's grab this supply drop.
Hostiles moving out of proximity.
If he wants to come back and fight, he will.
Levels.
He's I think he's busy though. Oh yeah. So you have your options versus Striker right now. I think if you're gonna just limit yourself to builds that can imitate your face tankiness that you used to have as a Striker or Predator or team build Nomad, you're gonna be disappointed. There's not a whole lot of those out here. At least not without some ingenuity. You may hate this, but your cover options are actually probably your best bet if you want to be able to face tank again and not be Striker. It's kind of a raw deal, but the mobility of Striker builds is hard to beat because of the sustain, the damage. It's just, it's all-in-one. So if you're building anti-Striker builds, well,
confirmed. Rogue status no longer active.
Here's what you have to keep in mind. Striker has to build stacks. So EMPs, other crowd control like Firecrest. When they're building stacks, they have to land hits. So if the further away you are, the harder it is. So think prepared builds, Deadeye, Sentry's Call, Hunter's Faith. If you put too much damage on them too early, like if you out-damage them before they even have stacks, that is huge for you. So Lone Star, the rate of fire on Berserk, you scare the shit out of a lot of these Striker builds with that thing. Because they just can't compete with the damage output. Yeah, let's extract. We'll draw them in. There's a few people around who would like to engage us. I'm just saying that if you're gonna resist Striker by trying to keep that same mindset that you've had before 1.8.2 came out, where you're like, oh, I'm a Nomad, I can just face tank my ass off and out-sustain them, or I'm a Predator 6-piece, 9k stamina, I can out-DPS them. It just... You're gonna be routinely disappointed. In most cases. So... I highly recommend you start exploring other avenues. Like, there are other ways of playing this game outside of the dignity and respect that is you just standing there and face trading.
30 seconds.
There are other ways. They're not as glamorous or glory-driven, but you'll win. And at the end of the day, in the dark zone, especially,
Agent, I am inbound on your position.
that's all that really matters.
Claimed nearby. Alert. Nearby
I mean,
supply drop retained by another agent.
These... Being a Deadeye or Sentry's Call is to deal damage when no one's looking at you. And in absurd amounts. Or Sentry's... Well, in Sentry's Call's case, you can tip a whole battle toward the mob when it's the mob versus a PvP group, right? You can make the manhunts lives miserable by putting little hats on them. And suddenly the mob of 8 to 16 players that they were rolling for the past half hour, suddenly giving them a lot more trouble because they're taking 15% more damage. Just little things. Just little things about these builds that you can take to tactical advantages.
15 seconds.
You just have to be willing to accept the limitations of these builds
Confirmed. Cargo secured.
and the limitations of these balances that you run them at. It's just, you're not a 6-piece striker.
Extraction complete.
That's just the way it is. So stop trying to be. I saw a dude running, what was it? It was Sentry's Call. Let me save this real quick. Running Sentry's Call, and he was running it with, like, a, Hunter and a, lightweight M4. So he would stack with, he'd put hats on him at range with the Hunter, and then he would switch to the lightweight M4 to finish him. And yeah, it worked relatively well on randos, but the thing is, as soon as he runs into an actual striker build, the striker's just going to burn him down. Because as it turns out, yes, you get the headshot damage on a striker build, and yes, you can put the 15 stack on him, but that does not compare in the least to a striker in the responsive, deadly vicious. It doesn't work. You can't.
Attention.
A hundo stack striker is still gonna out DPS you. It does. It just. I would much rather see that Sentry's Call player start getting used to that Hunter, because they were two-hitting people, right? They just weren't accurate enough yet. They were trial and erroring that Hunter rifle. I feel like when people start moving away from Striker, get away from their lightweight M4s, start trying these other guns. Like, the meta is only meta for Striker. Face tanking is only good for Striker. The dignity respect game that everybody keeps running in here with is only good for Striker. Be a coward. Firecrest, Deadeye, Sentry's Call. Hit that shit from an angle, from where they can't hit you from even. Firecrest, you never even have to see them. All they see is your turret and your seeker mine or what have you. And then when they do see you, they're crowd controlled already before you even start shooting. Like, make the fight on your terms. Stop fighting on a striker's terms. It's way long past due that this game has needed a change in the way the player base views fighting in the Dark Zone. It's just, it boggles me.
15 seconds.
Boggles my mind why we haven't seen this sooner, but I think it took Massive taking away the Predator, taking away the Nomad, taking away the competition of these striker builds for people to realize what Striker is. Why people were choosing Predator and Nomad in the first place. Because those were builds that were a direct response to what Striker does in the Dark Zone. So, you know, it just... it's going to take some time. I'm already seeing a lot of backlash on Striker right now. It's very salty. Especially towards showstoppers. Oh god, the stuff on console that they're saying about that stuff. It's rough. It's rough right now. It's not where we want it to be. We're not constructive yet. I want to see the community at large move toward a more constructive, meta-changing environment. Because we're almost there. At least everyone is of the opinion that, yes, Striker is really fucking strong now. If not OP. Like, not everyone's gonna agree it's OP. They're all gonna, you know, have disagreements, especially because a lot of people have 5 different Striker builds and they are unwilling or unable to let go right now. And that's... I get that. I've been there. I had shield builds everywhere before they killed shields. I had to come to terms with that. So, at least with Striker, you still have your builds, guys. You just have to realize that they're Fisher-Price baby builds. And that they give you A, 30% stability, which is an easy aim mode. B, free damage, which is the Striker stacks. C, which free sustain, which is also the stacks. And D, the PvE free mode, which is the enemy armor damage, which a lot of people skip over in PvP. But in the Dark Zone, it also matters, being able to just roll through NPCs. So, yeah, you get it all. You get everything on that build. So don't worry so much. Yes, Striker is the end all be all, easy peasy, my first build. But now that Predator is weaker, now that Nomad's weaker, now you have to experiment. And I bet you that there's gonna be a wave, a whole brand new wave of Lone Star, of Banshee, and of Tactician. Those are probably the 3 you're going to start seeing a lot of. There you are, Jimmy. Goddamn, I couldn't hear you this whole time.
Yeah. I'm looking, my mic was all messed up. I fixed it.
There you go, Jimmy.
Sorry about that.
Nah, you're good now. We can hear you.
Yeah, I was going crazy. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Jimmy's
I'm
back.
trying to talk. I got a phone call. And I have to go skate tomorrow. I'm like, crazy.
Look at that. Look.
That guy, there was one guy who ran right up to me and just hit me in the head with his rifle and took me down.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did that.
Yeah, that was a Lone Star, I think. I think that was a 2-hitter Lone Star with his sawn off even. He was just walking up to people and just obliterating them. It's a cheese build.
You can do that with a Lone Star.
Yes.
You're dead.
It is, it's cheesy. Because if you get crowd controlled, you're dead,
So is he
but...
running Jesus'
Transmissions jammed.
It's similar. Jesus ran a different build.
System rebooted.
That dude was running it with the sawn off. He would shoot both bullets at the same time, practically. There we go. Alright, let's go up here. You know what? Actually, I'm going to switch back to the Firecrest because it's going to be better up there.
I think I'm gonna make my reclaimer build again.
Oh, and by the way, now that we have these loadouts, oh, forget about it. You guys better have more options than Striker. You better not have 5 Striker builds rolling down here and nothing but fucking lightweight M4s in your inventory. Alright, you better diversify your bonds. okay? You better learn. And learn quick. Because, as it turns out, lightweight M4 is not going to be the only thing out here. Hey, what's that? Oh boy, here we go. And that looks like a reclaimer too. I'm gonna have to deal with that. I'm gonna get out my EMP. The shooting the box doesn't help you against reclaimer. And that's gonna be great too! Oh my god. I'm gonna have all new builds to fight against. It's not just gonna be all these fucking striker builds, all these nomads and predators. I'm actually gonna see something legitimate in the dark zone again. It's gonna be fun. That's what I'm excited about. I don't know about you guys, but goddamn, it's been too long. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna toss this guy up here.
30 seconds till extraction complete.
There you go.
There's that guy behind you.
15 seconds.
Oh, that is he's dead. That's unfortunate. Y'all gotta be on them T's. No. There, C's got him. There you go. Well, we missed the rope. Oh, the blue. Bajo didn't have to die. Oh, there we go. Here comes somebody. Oh, shit.
Warning. Agent on your team is down. Requires assistance.
Oh, no. Jimmy, no! Oh, my medkit didn't reach him.
That one guy's gonna take everybody out.
Yes, he is. Not unless my turret gets him first. Ah! Oh, reload.
There you
Nope.
go.
My turret didn't get him. Almost. Ugh. My poor turret. I shouldn't have threw it behind the bar. Yeah, but you gotta stay by my turret. You run away from my turret, it's not helping you, my guy. That's the other thing, too. The group dynamics are going to change now that these other builds are going to start incorporating. When you have a fire crest, you got to stay in that fire crest range. Reclaimer, it's easier to see because you have this circle. There's going to be all sorts of stuff going on. It's going to be nice. I'm really excited about seeing team fights in 1.8.2 as it progresses. Right now, everyone's just too bitter. Everyone is way too bitter right now because their builds got trampled. Striker has been revealed to be the baby build. It's a mess. So you just gotta wait. You got to wait. Wait it out. Get yourself something nice, something pretty, something that you can run. That matches your play style, okay? That's the essential part of this whole equation. So if you like skill haste, stuff like Tactician, stuff like Firecrest, skill-oriented builds, if you're not a fan of skills, if you just like to throw down, if you bash people's faces in, honest to goodness, I think Deadeye and Hunter's Faith may be up your alley. If you look at Hunter's Faith, the way it stacks damage, a 6K firearm build is viable on that thing. You can be tanky as all hell on that, if you really wanted to. It just depends on the mechanics you want to run I gotta tell you, Tactical Advance is an underrated, underutilized ability, talent rather, in your character talent sheet.
15
Oh
seconds.
boy, already
Good
fried.
time, buddy. Sorry, Zach.
Oh no. And it's... I wasn't really ready for this fight, but that's okay. I think I might just run it off. Yeah. Be selfish. Be selfish, everybody. Hold on, let me get back into this. But be about it, right? Find a build that complements your style, the way you play, and go for it. Go big. Don't let these guys, you know, these strikers dictate the way you play. They already dictate the way everybody else plays. You find a way to get the strikers to play your game. Right? See, I'm a big coward. I like to play cowardly builds. Builds where I drop stuff behind me. Where I throw things behind me. Where you can't ever catch up to me. Not even if you tried real hard. You know, warp ahead of me, what have you. You just won't. Because that's the type of build I like to run. I like those frustrating kind of builds. Because that's how I live my Dark Zone life. Frustrating. But for you, you may like a more direct, hands-on approach. You might want to be a little closer. Like, hey, I have a shotgun. I wanna hug you. Lone Star. Nomad is still good for that. The health on kill, the ability to recover, Nomad is still great for that. You just have to build for it. Being at a range where you can bow people down to get the health on kill, that's why shotgun's good on Nomad, because the range you fight at is constantly, consistently within the melee range, where you finish people, where you get the health on kill. That is your tankiness. That's where it all comes from, because you're no longer relying on that multi-proc. It's just a different mechanic you're relying on. You're not relying on the RNGesus blessing you with a 3 or 4 proc or even 5 proc. You are now self-reliant. You have to believe in yourself. And you build like that. It's a different game, and it feels more like it used to. In ways, I want to say. Yes, Striker is still strong, but now that the other builds are not so, the experimentation and the trial and error phases can begin for a lot of players, and the, oh, no, here he comes. But a lot of builds that deserve a second or third look that a lot of players never gave them.
Confirmed. Rogue status no longer active.
Oh, I have no interest in fighting your 20 lives.
What up? Oh, don't be like that. I'm nice.
Your vicinity has gone rogue.
No, don't shoot.
Oh my goodness, there we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah! you know what I would like? A Pharaoh's Mask. Oh, there he goes. He doesn't have a proc. Oh, that means he does not have the proc. That's what that means. He's on the end of his Nomad. That's a damn shame, too. When you see a Nomad run, that is a tough... That is a pickle that they are in.
Alert. Friendly division agent is down.
That is not a situation you want to be in as a Nomad.
There it is.
Oh, no! Oh! Fucking fuck. That's okay, my guy. You're dead. On the floor. Yeah, 4 on 1. I will take the advantage and dance on him.
20 lives.
I do not mind. I do enjoy it.
Where is everybody at? The server is so much fun.
It used to be. Then Amanda left. As soon as Amanda left, everybody else left. But that's essentially the end of my rant. I think I gave you guys everything I could. What the update did to the Dark Zone, what it did for you, how everything's gonna change, what to expect. EMPs, man. EMPs are gonna be everywhere too. Everyone's just gonna be slapping each other with these
You look like you need my
these flashbang EMP things. That's gonna be fun. You know who used to be good at that? Like, it used to be K4K of all people. They used to run these things. They might rise to the top. Cream of the crop. Hey, that'd be some shit. See some K4K actually succeeding? Oh my god. It'd be a miracle. It only took them 8 full updates and 0.2 of the 8th one. Like, almost the 3rd year the second game is coming out, and finally K4K is relevant. Oh shit. Oh my god. It's been fun though. I'm really excited right now. I'm glad the chaos that is 1.8.2 is happening. The bitterness, the salt. They will take that and they will turn it into creativity soon enough. I'm real excited. Because I already see people doing those anti-striker builds. Once they get off that shtick of trying to imitate Striker, then they will start doing things like Sentry's Call. They'll start doing Deadeye again. They will dip into that old magic. Final Measure, I think, will resurface again. Because those grenades, man, that bonus at the 6-piece is fucking crazy. Lone Star's coming back out again. Give me a fucking break. That Marco build, the first build that he ever put out for classifieds, that crit, the crit Lone Star build, you're finally going to see that get actually run in the Dark Zone because people want to fight against Striker, against something that isn't Striker. And as it turns out, if you run something that emphasizes cover, we're emphasizing cover everywhere. Big Al cover shooter, baby. As it turns out, you actually can out-DPS a Striker with this thing. You actually out-DPS a whole fucking team with this thing when Berserk procs. Because you can multi-proc like a Nomad does. People underestimate the fuck out of this build. Like, oh, as soon as as Berserk procs, it is legitimately the same thing as getting those multi-procs off of Nomad. Except it's DPS, not living. It is death. It is not life, it is death. It's attack link. So be real, dude. This shit is gonna be bananas when people start going and picking up other builds. Hunter's Faith, 2-hitters. I've seen Wids with that shit. Alright, let him bust that shit out again and start telling people the gospel of Wids and the Hunter's Faith. Alright, Tactician's Authority. I already saw, just tonight, I saw Footlong running this shit. Hey, I saw him 1-hitting, 2-hitting with this thing. Alright, Alpha Bridge. We already have some variants of this thing with mixes with the Ninja Bike being very effective. So, don't give me that bullshit. You can be very creative with your builds, and I think Predator's Mark, especially, will have a resurgence. Not necessarily as your 6-piece, but as this 5-piece. Y'all will start giving up on this guy, which is now a PvE, much like Sentry's Call, which, mind you, I have a Sentry's Call build, but I've built it for PvP, and guess what? All you do is you turn it 5-piece. It's fine. This is actually strong as fuck. I imagine it's the same deal for Predator. So what? You don't have your bleed. Or at least not the old one. Now you have to treat Predator like the Predator of old. Now you front load your damage. You can still get crazy bleeds, but now it's based on that bullet damage, not the stupid crit. Hey, now we're talking about some mechanics that actually make your Predator perhaps even more intimidating than it was before. Maybe you were relying a little too much on that 9K. Take those lessons, though, that you learned from the 9K about this crit damage here. Because you know what wasn't happening before? These rolls. These rolls on the backpack, the knee pad, people being willing to escape the health rolls. Because stamina is back now. That gives you your health. So fuck these rolls, right? We can go somewhere else other than health. We can go somewhere else. We can go into damage, crit chance, skill power. It's viable now. All of it is. But you have to play your build, play your strategy, play your tactics. It's about you. Not fucking Striker. It's about you and your strategy and your tactics. Alright? Don't get it twisted. I think that ends my Rogue Rant for today. I think I did a good one for 2 hours. I know we spent a lot of time on gameplay today, but fuck me up, man. Fucking get it done. Build some shit, would you? Build something substantial. Hey, I'm getting out of here, guys. I'll see you. But
Alright, man. See ya.
I gotta say, from what I've seen so far, though, with all the frustration with Striker, I'm excited. Because I see that you guys are willing and able to take the meta that we have now away from Striker. And you're willing to do it forcefully. And the devs want you to. The devs aren't going to fix it. Because there's nothing to fix. Striker is as Striker should be. It is the pick up and play build for a lot of new players. And I like it like that. I do. But for all those experienced players that keep coming out here in the dark zone trying to 1v the server, now we gotta show them why that is not a smart thing to do. Dead Eyes, get out here. Sentry's Call, Firecrest. I want you guys out here. Get your builds. That old magic works. You'd be surprised. Get out that Lone Star, Hunter's Faith. When you're on the team, be a support. Get out that Reclaimer. God, even tacticians getting used now because you know what? People are bunching up, aren't they? They're teaming up, getting ready. You know what? Stamina's back. You know what isn't back? Armor. So what does that mean? Damage mitigation skills. We're talking smart cover, mobile cover. You're already using booster shot. You already know how that works, but now use the static shit and put on a nice piece of that 6-piece final measure. And eat those grenades, give out those bonuses, damage mitigate, and be a motherfucker. Huh? Bust this meta wide open. This is the time to do it. There's only one up there, and it's Striker. Everybody knows who they look like. Everybody knows how they play. We've all fought 100 of them. Let's do it. Time is now. I've been P2H. You've been a schmuck. You gotta lie, cheat, and steal, because somebody has to win, and it should be you. Please, if you've enjoyed what I've done here, and you want to hang out another time, like, comment, subscribe, and this rant will be uploaded shortly afterwards with annotations. So on the left will be the latest video, the right will be the rant section, because now I'm going to start doing those, and in the middle will be the subscribe button. But other than that, everybody who's here right now, make sure you fucking subscribe. God damn it. I appreciate you. P2H, out.